क्या क्या? हाँ हाँ। हो जाए स्टार्ट तो बता देना। माइक ऑन ही रख तू भी। मेरे को अजीब लगता है तेरा माइक ऑफ देख के। हेलो। हाँ। सो ओके, इट्स 10 a.m. 10 p.m. सॉरी, माय बैड। सो वैसे मैं इसी टाइम पे उठता हूँ, इसी टाइम पे खाता हूँ, तो मेरे लिए 10 a.m. ही है। नेवर माइंड। सो आई वेलकम। हेलो, my name is Gautam and I represent Club C2C today. So I'm here to bring you all a very fun and entertaining quiz named Bhavarth. It is themed around our Independence Day, and just to celebrate that, we are conducting the quiz. So I have four participants who are my finalists today: Anirudh, Akar, Aryan Raj, Kapil Soni, and Shivam Kushwaha. So let's begin. These are the rules for all the participants and our audience. There will be 24 questions divided in two rounds, 12 each. There is no negative marking. You get plus 10 for each right answer. I encourage every participant to not Google the answer because it spoils both the fun and the purpose of the quiz. So the quiz will be open for hints and discussions. I hope this will be an interactive stream. Malpractice is too much effort. There is no uh, effort for trying. So, and my judgment will be final. So good luck to all. Let's begin. So first question of the night for Anirudh. Here is the question. Read carefully. These two men are famous in two very different fields, yet are regarded as iconic figures. Little do people know that they used to work together as colleagues at Free Press Journal in Mumbai. A was removed on the account of his anti-Congress stance, like the one attached, like the photo attached on the side, whereas his colleague B was removed on the account of making fun of communists. A went to start his own newspaper and later joined politics, while B went on to make satirical takes on different social topics. You have to identify A and B, who these two people are. So take the hint from the cartoon attached. These two used to work together at Free Press Journal and used to publish a lot of cartoons actually.
Okay. Free Press Journal thing. I used
Yeah.
to work press journal and there was a poetry point of styles. That big monetized video. I don't know like much about the politics
Try to
around.
take a guess for either A or B. The cartoon is literally very. Uh, it's very evident why he was removed. He made a lot of fun of the Congress party, A especially. A was still very social, uh, but A was a very staunch aggressor of the Congress party.
Uh,
Okay, should I pass to Aryan?
you should pass, I think.
Okay, Aryan, it's your question now. You get +5 for guessing A or B. So don't hesitate in taking a guess.
I
Seriously.
pass it.
Okay, question goes to Kapil. Take a guess, guys.
No idea. Pass.
Cartoons, famous cartoonists. Shivam, your question now.
I don't have the particular name for that.
Okay, I'll make it a 5-mark question now. So same order. I'll give you very specific hints. A was a politician from Maharashtra and think early 1970s, 60s when he was young, and his party became very prominent in the 1990s and 85s, 90s. B, we all know B. Like his name is synonymous with cartoons, so that should make very obvious. Anirudh, question for you.
Like party, prominent party.
So
Get
you have to tell me the name of the person who founded A, person who founded the party, that is A, and B, the cartoonist. Both were very famous cartoonists, but we know A as a politician.
like the person who
Very
founded
nice.
the party, like to shift in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Bal
yeah.
Thakur.
So, Bal Thackeray is the right answer for A, and any guess for B? His colleague. Think cartoons. It should be very easy after that. I want you all to answer.
Scanning for that. Like, I don't know about him. Like I know him because he funded the Shiv Sena government.
Okay, okay. A is correct. That is Bal Thackeray. I'll pass the question to Adan for B. It's you get 2.5 marks right now. Adan, any guess for B? His name is synonymous with cartoons, like literally.
R.K. Narayan.
No. Kapil, right track, but
No.
got the name very wrong. It's
Right.
you got the name very wrong, but Kapil, you want to take a guess?
Wait, let me think. R. R.K. Lakshman.
It's R.K. Lakshman, not R.K. Narayan. Sorry, Adan. Kapil gets
Yeah.
2.5 points. So
2.5. Oh, yeah. Guess.
So Bal Thackeray and R.K. Lakshman were colleagues during the 1950s and 1960s. Actually, they both left around 1962, 65, that period. So next question for Shivam now. So you have to identify this multinational home appliances company which was founded by a certain Mohan T. Advani as a reconditioning company. Soon after it was founded, it manufactured ice candy machines, bottle coolers, central ACs, water coolers, etc. In 1970, company took up all India distributorship of HP products. And after that, there was a series of projects for like Air India buildings, Express Towers, and Oberoi hotels in Mumbai. The person, Mohan Advani, his photo is attached on the right. Guess the name of the company. Shivam, it's your question. 10 marks.
Sorry, but I don't have the.
Okay, question passes to Anirudh. Try taking a guess, guys. The last, you get the gist how easy the previous answer was.
Soon after inception, it started ice candy machine, bottle cooler, central AC water cooler,
Yeah,
bird,
right. Those should narrow down, and the image should also give some clue.
like one company name, yeah. Uh, uh, like the picture is blue and whirlpool, like पानी water cooler होते हैं यार.
Good try, good
अरे
try. Any specific answer you want to give?
Blue star. I
Yeah,
think
you get
blue,
10 full
blue,
marks. Blue star is the correct answer. Nice guess. Great, great answer.
like you said. Thanks for the guess. Blue,
Uh,
but
bye. So next question for Aryan. This is a personal favorite question actually. So Rita Faria was India's first ever Miss World tournament winner in the year 1966. After winning the trophy, she realized that she had to serve as the ambassador of Miss World Foundation for the whole year. A detail she had missed while signing the contract. She missed that clause. After that, they did not allow Rita to leave for India, fearing that her passport might be impounded at the airport and she wouldn't be allowed to leave India if she went back. What did she do to anger the Indian government? Give the reasoning, and photo is attached for the same. Give me the reason why she wasn't allowed to leave for India and why the Indian government was angry with her. Like, take a guess from the year and take a guess from the photo. Those two should give you some track to think. And then your question. Look at the year and look at the photo very carefully at the photo. What is she doing? Place where she is, like what is she wearing? Should give you some. I'm looking for Funda. What did she do to anger the Indian government basically?
Sorry, I have no clue.
Okay, still, would you like to make any guess? Random guess, or should I pass to Kapil?
Pass it.
Okay, Kapil, it's your question now.
did she disrespected the Indian army, the uniform or something?
No, no. This is not the Indian Army. If you look carefully, it's not the Indian Army. But decent fact passes to Shivam. Look at the
No
year.
idea.
Look at the year and look why a certain country's army is there.
अरे US formation.
Is it
From any
something to
guess?
do? No idea. Pass.
Okay, Anirudh, it's your question.
like her hat is like I think of Vietnam wars, like America invaded
Yeah,
Vietnam.
yeah. Just improve a little on your answer.
At that time, like and India, like
Say ekdam. Yeah, you're thinking on the exact right track. Just word it out for me.
like like she like supports
Just
the
please.
people of Vietnam, like at that time, and which is
And why would Indian government be angry at that? Should be
yes,
very obvious.
like American and Indian government have good connection. America is against Vietnam at that time, and she's helping there. Like
Yeah,
so,
I'll give you 10 points. Basically, you cracked the funda. She was touring American troops and at the camps in Vietnam War as the ambassador, while India was supporting the communist regime in North Vietnam. So that's why she couldn't come for to India back. She actually completed her degree at King's College in London and married her husband there. You get 10 points. Congratulations. Question for Aryan again.
her head is obvious.
Yeah, good guess. So the British took laborers from Bihar, UP, Bengal, etc., mostly to work as uh, laborers in sugar plantations in Caribbean islands. So they brought their culture, food, religion, music along with them. Over the years, their music acquired a particular flavor mixture of calypso beats with lyrics from English, Hindi, especially Bhojpuri and Caribbean Creole. In 2012, Gangs of Wasseypur's I Bhandara and Mumania was based on this genre of music. What is the genre, which is also the name of an Indian food item. You have to guess the name of the genre, which is also the name of a very famous food item. Then your question.
Okay, I need a minute.
Yeah. No worries. Think. Rider is a good hint, and we all have heard and watched the movie Gangs of Wasseypur. Try to think dishes which are usually from UP and Bihar. Any guess?
Samosa.
No, samosa music sounds very weird, but not the right answer. Passes to Kapil. We know it as dash music. You have to fill the blank basically for what type of music it is. The lyrics are mostly in Bhojpuri or English though. Very catchy.
Yeah. And no idea. Pass.
Passes to Shivam. Shivam, any guess?
No.
Okay. Anirudh,
Like sugar plantation, मीठी खीर तो होगा नहीं obvious. I don't know.
okay, I'll make it a 5-pointer. And the hint I will give you guys is that uh, an appropriate hint would be uh, the Indian food item. We make it of, it is made of various things like methi and dates, like as in imli and tamarind and things like various vegetables and even pineapple, lemon, mango. That's like it's found. It is made of various types of fruits and vegetables. So a great example would, the most common one would be, for example, mango. Aam ki dash. That's the hint. So Aden, any guess?
Mango shake.
नहीं shake नहीं है answer. Passes to Kapil.
Achar.
No, not achar. Good track, but not exactly achar. शिवम, तो एक दो चीजें बची है गेस करने को. ट्राई करो. आम का और क्या बनता है? आम का, इमली का.
Chutney.
Chutney is the right answer. So chutney music is what it is called. Chutney music is the name given to this style of
Right.
beats. It is mostly, it's very catchy actually. Mostly Bhojpuri. So question for Anirudh. Shivam gets 5 points. So what one might usually assume is that Dalai Lama would be a vegetarian, as all Buddhists would practice not hurting sentient beings. But in fact, he practices vegetarianism inside the monasteries and his home. But he eats non-veg when he is offered food outside of his home and places of worship. The legend goes like the great Gautam Buddha had eggs, a particular food item, as his last meal, which eventually became the cause of his death. A certain Kunda, a blacksmith, cooked the meal using spoiled eggs that eventually killed Gautam Buddha. The more touching part of the story is that Buddha asked Kunda not to serve the spoiled food item to anyone else. Identify what food was this. There is a particular reason why the above paragraph is given, so think in that way. Read the question carefully. Anirudh, that's your question.
Chicken.
No, chicken is not the answer. Passes to Aryan, but decent track, I would say.
Uh,
Aryan,
Is it pork?
pork is the correct answer. Beautiful guess. So Gautam Buddha had pork as his last meal. So this is one of the theories which most of the people believe, but a particular sect believe that the word for pork and a certain mushroom are same in Buddhist language. So some people say that his last meal was not pork, but actually a particular mushroom. But most believe that it was pork. So pork is the right answer. You get 10 points for guessing that. Next question for Kapil. So, a particular Arthur Weasley, brother of Richard Wellesley, who was the Governor General of India, led the British forces in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War in 1799. This became the death of Tipu Sultan after checking his pulse. So, Wellesley became the Governor General of Sri Gangapatnam and Mysore. But Tipu Sultan was not his major conquest. He is known for defeating a person much, much more popular 16 years later. So get a hint from the years and emphasize on this that the person was much, much popular than Tipu Sultan, that the whole world knows him. So you have to guess the person. Look carefully at the years and what was the East India Company Britishers doing at that time. Who were they fighting?
No idea. I'll just guess Rani Lakshmibai.
No, Rani Lakshmi is not the answer. Shivam, it's your question now.
Mine was the same guess as Kapil, so no idea.
Any other guess? Any other name? Any other famous conqueror of that era?
No.
Rani Lakshmibai is a little late, 1950s. This is early 18th, early 19th century, 1815, 1816, that period. He is very, very popular, like not only in India, in whole world. His name is synonymous with valor. Any guess, Shivam?
Still no idea.
Okay, passes to Anirudh. Uh,
Chhatrapati Shivaji.
no, not Shivaji. Then it's your question now.
Violin and Napoleon sound similar, so I will say Napoleon.
Napoleon is the absolute right answer. So
Is
he
that
led
from
the
India? Like,
British forces against Napoleon Bonaparte, and we all know that Napoleon, after his defeat, was brought to Andaman and Nicobar Islands.
uh,
So that was the whole crack you had to make. Great.
like
Next question for
I
Kapil again. So four Munjal brothers were hailed from small town called Kamalia, now in Pakistan, who in 1944 decided to start a business of bicycle spare parts in Amritsar. In the next few years, they grew the business very rapidly. After the partition, their base was shifted to Ludhiana in India. By 1956, they began manufacturing key components of bicycles and began to assemble entire cycles at their manufacturing plant in Ludhiana. Which companies did these Munjal brothers form? It's a straightforward question.
Wait, let me just
Yeah,
think
yeah.
of
Take your
bicycle
time.
companies. Hero. I'll just go for hero.
Hero is the right answer. As I said, this was a very straightforward question.
Uh,
So something we all wanted in our childhood, Hero Cycles.
Here we get
It was founded in 1946. You get 10 points. Next question for Shivam. So 50 years ago, Marutichal, a small village in Kerala, was rife with alcoholism and gambling. But everything changed after one man, Unni Charan, taught the town to play a particular game. Unni Charan, who owned a tea stall, started teaching his customers to. Oh fuck. Uh, I have given the answer in the slide. So
yeah.
I'll skip that question. I don't know that
Six.
caused a typo. But okay. No, I don't mind. We have extra questions at hand. We'll just move on to the next. So basically, he started chess, and that village today is known as the chess village of India, Marotichal. It's in Kerala, and people from Germany and US come to learn chess from people here. That was the question, but I gave the answer. My bad. So, question for Shivam again. This city in UP is famously known as Kachi Bazaar, a 350-year-old scissors making industry. It is said in 1645 a local blacksmith Akhunji combined two swords and cut leather, thus making first pair scissors of India. These are the only kind of scissors in India made from metal scrap and is a geographical indicator registered since 2013. There is an old saying associated with these scissors, Dada kharide, pota bharpe, showing that how these scissors passed down to at least three generations. So name the city that is associated with Kechi Bazaar and these scissors. What city is the geographical indicator for scissors and synonymous for kenchis, hath kenchis, and the one used by barbers?
Is it Kanpur?
No, not Kanpur. Passes to Anirudh.
Catchy weather. Right. दादा खरीदे तू ताजा एक vitamin. With one times human metals covered in Nigeria possible indication. The whole thing is what sleep, and noise. Right. What's the catch? 1600 of often be combined.
City in UP,
Yeah, city in a
known
field.
for scissor industry. So like Agra ka Petha is a geographical indicator.
Like
So those are GIs.
चूड़ियों की फैक्ट्री कैंची की फैक्ट्री मेरठ
Meerut is the right answer. Meerut, actually, the first scissors were made in Meerut, and if you still Google what is Meerut known for, you get scissors first and other things later. So that big is the scissor industry there. Good guess, great guess. You get 10 points.
फुट
Next question for Arun. A person with similar ideologies to Mahatma Gandhi had this approach in economical advancement rather than political. He was the one who established a factory that produced lockers which had negatives checked in the British lockers and claimed to be the best lockers. Even fire could not affect the goods inside them. His products are remembered as the first original Make in India products. Who was this person? And okay, identify the company or the person. The company is named after him. So if you get the name of the company, you also get the person. His business is still one of the largest in India.
अभी कम
Then it's your question. Look at what they manufactured.
Company Godrej.
Yeah, Godrej is the right answer. Any guess for the name? I know neither of us would know the name of the first name of this person, but still, would you like to take a guess? His name was Adarsh Godrej, Ardeshir Godrej, as he was known. So his locks are still called the best in India, and now they manufacture a lot more of products like safes and ACs and fridge, etc. You get 10 points. Question for Kapil. X is a Persian word used for the respective title of persons who have achieved mastery over languages. It became a surname slowly in India of those ancestors had received this title. In Persian, this word is also used to address clerks and secretaries. Dhanpat Rai is a famous literature writer who we famously associate with the title X, along with his pen name. What is the word X? It's a title, the word,
Yeah.
known, given to people who have mastered language like literature, linguists.
No idea. Pass.
Okay, Shivam.
Is it Parsi?
No, Parsi, not the answer. Anirudh,
जीके की किताब में धनपत राय का पेन नेम नवाब था.
धनपत राय कौन था? उसको किस नाम से जानते हैं? वी नो हिम बाय हिज पेन नेम एंड अगर पेन नेम पता चल जाएगा धनपत राय का तो टाइटल जो लगाते थे वो भी पता चल जाएगा.
नवाब ना.
नो, नॉट नवाब. आर्यन, योर टर्न.
नवाब.
I think I know the answer. Munshi Premchand is the pen name and the title is Munshi.
Munshi is the correct answer. So Premchand, if you would have guessed like Aryan did, then Munshi aa jata. Munshi is a title given by Persians to people who have mastery over languages.
मैं
So you
उर्दू.
get 10 points again. Aryan is in the lead. I expect Anirudh to catch up. So question for Kapil again. One of the earlier names of the city dash was Fanindrapura. It derives its origin from the fun or the hood of the cobra. In fact, this city's first newspaper was called Fanindramani, which means a jewel suspended over cobra's hood. The jewel lights up in the darkness, hence the name. The river X flows through the city. Ambedkar claimed that both the city and the river are named after X people. If you get X, you get the name of the city and the fill in the blank. It's very connected. There are a lot of hints. Try
Wait.
to think. It would be B.R. Ambedkar, and
Yeah. I'm thinking that only B.R. Ambedkar.
the river is also popular.
Wait. Let me first guess the city. Is the city Nagpur?
Yeah, Nagpur. And
And then
बाकी
river
जो बचा है
Narmada.
वो बता दें.
Narmada.
Not Narmada.
अरे अरे तो क्या था?
What? I'll give you a
नर्मदा
chance
तो.
to improve your answer. Nagpur
Yeah,
है
yeah.
तो what people, X river, Nagpur, very
Nanda river.
not Nanda. Okay, I'll give you 5 points. I'll give you
Nanda
eight
river.
points. I just want the name of the river and the tribe of the people X. I'll give you 8 points. But I'll give you partial points. Anirudh, sorry, Shivam passes to you. It's very easy. It's 3 points, brownie points. If anyone wants to grab. X tribe of people and the river X. And Nagpur बोल दिया तो अब आ जाना चाहिए.
शिवम के पास है क्वेश्चन.
शिवम, हाँ. शिवम, any guess?
Pass.
Anirudh?
नाग रिवर.
Nag river and Nag is the name of the tribe. So partial points to Anirudh. I'll give actually 2.5 to Anirudh and 7.5 to Kapil to maintain the math.
के नाग लोग, नाग पीपल, नाग नदी, नाग समुद्र. नाग नाग।
हाँ कोबरा ना, वो नाग नदी नहीं पता था मेरे को बस।
अरे अंदाजे से बोल दिया, तुक्का, मेरे को भी नहीं पता है, मेरे को पता
So
भी नहीं नदी है।
since Kapil got the majority points, the next question is for Shivam. Okay, I guess we are done with the first round then. अब द अच्छा शिवम का ही क्वेश्चन है, चलो वैसे भी एंटी क्लॉकवाइज हो रहा है अब। तो द ऑर्डर नाउ विल बी शिवम, कपिल, आर्यन एंड देन अनिरुद्ध। So question for Shivam, here it is. My favorite question is here actually. Something very iconic happened on 15th August 78 years ago. We all got independence from colonial rule. But on the same day, something equally beautiful was inaugurated on 15th August 1995. It is one of the reasons all of us are present here today actually. And the newspapers gleefully called that inauguration of that event as India's second Independence Day. What was this landmark event in 1995, 15th August? It's the reason all of us are present here today. And try to take a guess from the hint.
Is
From
it cellular technology?
No, not cellular technology. It's 1995. Cellular technology got invented a little before than that. Passes to Anirudh. Sorry, passes to Kapil. Since you are
Is
going
it
to
nuclear weapons?
No, not nuclear weapons. Passes to Adil. 10 pointer.
Was it internet?
Okay. Perfect answer. Internet was launched for public in India for the first time by VSNL, Vidyut Sanchar Nigam Limited, and they chose a very beautiful day actually. It was, I guess, perfect to call it India's second Independence Day. So this was the funda. Great answer. You get 10 points. Now, next question for Anirudh. X is considered to be a Hindu deity of motion or speed. He is also said to be one of the Adityas, i.e., the son of Aditi, the mother of gods. He also appears in the famous Rigved chant Gayatri Mantra. Recently, X has gained popularity due to a fictional character in DC Comics Flash to be inspired by him. Give me the name X. So
Like,
both the names are pretty same.
oh,
No, not Om. Passes to Shivam. If anyone of you have seen Flash, he was a decent character for two, 3 episodes. And Gayatri Mantra should be a good track to follow. How many guests?
Is it Garud?
Not Garud. Good guess, good guess. Kapil, it passes to you now.
I have no idea. Pass.
Okay, Adan. Like the name of the character or the god, both have pretty similar, one syllable difference. So if you get either,
Is it Flash?
no, फ्लैश का आंसर नहीं होगा, बट ठीक है. I'll make it a 5 mark question. I'll give you a hint that it starts with S. The first letter is S. And अगर किसी ने फ्लैश देखा है तो अब वो गेस कर लेना चाहिए. It's Anirudh's guess now.
Swaha.
हाँ नहीं. Shivam.
Sadi.
What? Can you repeat?
Sadi.
Can you spell it out for me?
Sadhi.
No, not the right answer. Passes to Kapil.
Pass.
No,
Okay,
dude.
Anand, last guess. Should I reveal any guess or should I just tell the answer?
I don't.
Okay, I'll tell the answer. So Savitar or Savitri was the answer for X. Savitar became popular due to featuring in Flash as a villain, and it was derived from the Sanskrit famous hymn Rigved chant, that is Gayatri Mantra. So the first question where none of you were able to guess. So next question, we'll start with Anirudh again. Look at the image. The Khejri tree is a welcome sight in arid regions and got its religious significance in many desert dwelling communities in the state of Rajasthan. So this image shows a monumental event uh, which is related to the tree, which commemorates an event from the 18th century that resulted in the death of 363 people. What happened here and what events did it inspire more than a couple of centuries later, around 1970? What was the event? It inspired a very famous incident in 1970, around that time. This particular tree.
Is the early rulers. Like नाम नहीं है image में.
Like, due to this tree, around 363 people were killed, which was very huge for the 18th century. So, I think that the king had to kill his own people.
But like I have to like tell the
Till the event, like, take a guess from the last line. It inspired a very famous event in 1970s. We all know that. Try to take a guess for that. This particular tree still stands tall due to this event. It has very religious significance. Any
uh,
guess, or should I pass to Shiva?
like they give it like more importance than king. Uh,
No, no.
that's why
Pass
king
is
is a
Shiva.
I think at this moment the king ordered to cut some trees, but the villagers considered it sacred and wanted to prevent it from cutting.
हाँ सही एकदम सही बट आई एम लुकिंग फॉर समथिंग वेरी स्पेसिफिक उन्होंने क्या करके उसको पेड़ काटने नहीं दिया
They hugged the tree, so they
right
can't cut
answer
it.
you were on a perfect track so I'll give you 10 points so this was the first chipko movement of its kind उस time पे all the women came together and hugged the tree but the king still ordered his men to cut the tree and thus cutting down his women and after that in 1970s we all remember the chipko famous chipko movement that inspired it was actually inspired from this event nice back you get 10 points.
I got the one.
Next question for Kapil. Created in 1964, this iconic Indian alcohol was inspired by Benedictine priests who Colonel Ved Ratan Mohan came across in one of his trips to Europe. The name was his attempt to capture their spirit in a bottle and his way of paying tribute. Their taste is so addictive that its recipe has been kept a secret like Coca Cola. Initially, the drink's origins can be traced back to Dyer breweries, started by Edward Dyer. One of his sons, Reginald Dyer, ordered Jallianwala Bagh massacre. The story goes that Nehru refused to visit the brewery because of its association with Dyer, and the name was then changed to Mohan Megan Breweries in 1916. Named the brand called the first love of many Indians.
Is it old bonk?
Perfect answer. One of my question.
Skip.
So none of us would have guessed that Old Monk would have its history associated with General Dyer.
Yeah, We just drink it for nostalgia.
Exactly, exactly. And it is aptly called the first love of us Indians. So you get 10 points. Next question for Anand. The Indian Army trains armed forces of US, UK, Russia, and many other countries in the Indian military service at Dehradun and the Counter-Insurgency and Jungle Warfare School at Mizoram. Considering India controls X, Indian soldiers are considered among the best combatants. The US forces trained at the warfare school before their deployment during the invasion of Iraq and Afghanistan. Identify X and the reason why the Indian Army trains US and UK soldiers. Identify the place India controls, due to which Indian soldiers are considered very good combatants, and also give me the reason. It's a very strategic reason. And why the US Army comes to India to train its people while they were sending their troops in Afghanistan and Iraq. Then any guess?
Can you give some hint what is X like?
X is a place, a geographical location, specifically saying India controls that, and due to that place, Indian soldiers are considered among the best combatants. Actually, identify that place.
I don't know the answer.
Okay, passes to Anirudh.
Like, uh, Warfare School, like in India controls like training for that and one of the best combatants. Work is
It's a place. It's a strategic place, location, geographical location. X.
like it's like geographical location like mountains, hills, इस type से like FCT का
A particular geographical location.
like
नाम से नाम बताना है.
name of place.
Name of the place.
Uh, training. I think work.
Any guess?
Wait a minute. Uh, mm, maybe
Like our soldiers are so good there that even Russians who have a similar geographical location come to train their soldiers here.
in the forest of like some forests like Assam is a seven six state
No,
forest.
no, not the right answer. Passes to Shivam.
Is it something to do with the Gorkha regiment?
Not something particular to any regiment, just our Indian Army in particular
Forest.
as a whole. Any guess for the place and location where Indians
No.
can beat anyone in that particular climate? Kapil,
Yeah, it's Siachen, and the location is mountains, high range mountains.
Siachen and Indian Army किसमें best
अरे,
मानी जाती है?
in mountain range, in mountain
So
combats.
that in
Of
high
course, man.
altitude and mountain warfare,
This
Indians are
is,
considered the best.
yeah,
So Siachen Glacier जो Himalayas के extension में आता है, we control that, which is a very important strategic location. And due to this place of while being deployed in Afghanistan and Iraq, US
प्रशांत
came
धवन देखो भाई, प्रशांत धवन देखो.
extra area. Nice. So you get 10 points. Bill is catching up quickly. Question is for Adan again. The first Indian civil servant was a man from a distinguished family. X uh, is referred to here as the first civil servant. He was the brother of Y. and X became the first civil servant in 1863. So, apart from being an administrator, he was also a writer, poet, and a composer. And like his much more accomplished younger brother, he wrote Mile Sabne Bharat Santan, Ektan Gaugan, and many other proses and poems. So, given how much they have given to the nation, music and poetry tends to run in this family. Identify these brothers X and Y. You get 5 points if you identify either, by the way. I want full names of both, first name and the last name.
X is Satyendranath Tagore.
Okay, great answer. X is correct. And Y?
Y I will guess Rabindranath Tagore.
सही एकदम डायरेक्ट सत्येंद्रनाथ टैगोर गेस कर लिया तो वाई आ ही जाना था रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर एंड सत्येंद्रनाथ टैगोर ग्रेट आंसर 10 points to you. Wow. Then has got straight tens. No 5, no 2.5, either 10. Like he goes for the straight kill. Question for Anirudh now. Nazrana, Shukrana, Mehrana, Hakrana, Jabrana. This might sound like the words used in Gulzar songs. But in fact, these are classifications of the type of monetary receivings taken by government professionals. Nazrana is an intro gift. Shukrana is a thank you gift. Mehrana is a gift to make illegal things legal. Hakrana is rightful earning of them, and Jabrana is a de facto earning. Only because the person needs to be paid no matter what. Identify the funda in the question and what are all these the classifications of. So you have to give the logic behind, and I'm looking for a particular word or a phrase. If you get that, you get full points.
Like I have to find what, like what funda.
You have to the funda. Basically, these are classifications of something very particular. You have to give me that word, either Hindi or English. If you give either, the funda is basically what I'm looking for. कि ये सब क्यों देता है कोई,
Uh,
कैसे देता है.
Bribe, corruption.
Correct answer. Bribe is what I was looking for. You gave it in the first guess. These are the names of various types of bribes. हमें तो इससे पहले बस काला धन सफेद धन पता था. ये भी पता चल गया. इससे भी ज्यादा डिस्टिंग्विशंस है. खाली दो पे नहीं रुके हम. You get 10 marks.
Very good question.
Fierce competition between Anirudh, Aryan and Kapil. Kapil has a lot of catching up, but Anirudh can defeat Aryan. Question for Shivam now. A collection of a particular item X is held in Pune at the Aga Khan Palace, where he had been once held a prisoner. Another is located at Self Realization Fellowship at Los Angeles, California. They were sent to America as a gift from Dr. V.M. Navle of India to Pramahans Yoganand, who founded the fellowship and was a close friend of X for many years. These are kept in an ancient Chinese stone sarcophagus. Experts say that there might be many other places where people would hold on to it, which are yet to be known. What is being talked about? The person or the collection? What is being talked about here? Read the question carefully. You all have warmed up. The next questions are going to be very important. They are going to be a little harder. Take your time. Read it carefully. Don't Google.
I don't have a guess. Pass.
Okay. Passes to Kapil.
I'm thinking.
Kapil, if you give the right answer, you will be very close. Take a guess. This person is very famous. And why is Upar it's called a collection and Niche it's called a person?
Los Angeles, California.
No guess. Okay,
Wait,
we'll go
wait,
to
wait, wait.
Azadi.
Let me just guess. Let me just. Swami Vivekanand.
No, not Swami Vivekanand, but good track. Then, like, why is it called a collection above and a person below? First, try to think of that, and then the name of the person.
I don't know.
Okay. Anirudh,
Like,
your chance to pounce on this question.
आगा खान पैलेस में लाइक वो थे ना, अरे अरे क्या नाम है उसका यार, उसको शायद पूरी फैमिली को पकड़ लिया था लाइक प्रिजन में. वी एम
नहीं,
नाउ
थोड़ा हिस्ट्री रिलेटेड है ना, रिसेंट नहीं है पूरी फैमिली का.
नहीं लाइक हिज वाइफ तो गांधी फैमिली लाइक
Not Gandhi family.
लाइक
Mahatma Gandhi.
महात्मा
Okay, you
गांधी.
said Gandhi, so I'll give you part points. But why is it? What is Gandhi's collection of X? जो और भी जगह है और वहां पे भी है.
वो उसे
I'm looking for a particular word. Gandhi
लाइक
का क्या?
चरखा.
Not charkha, but I'll give you part points. I'll give you part points. I'll pass for the particular collection of Gandhi's something. Gandhi's particular something is passed at various places. Gandhi's what is I'm looking for. Passes to Shivam. I'll give you part points.
Ashes.
Ashes is the correct answer. So Gandhi's ashes are basically kept at various places. In fact, his family in 2002 like cremated some of his ashes, so that because they wanted to give them the proper memorial they didn't receive at that time. Gandhi ashes. So this is what it looks like at the Aga Khan Palace if you go there. Great answer. Anirudh gets 5 points and Shivam also gets 5.
आगा खान like
So
I visited that place.
next question for Kapil. Identify the two missing names X and Y from this list and explain what the list is. I'll read out the names for you. Abu Fazal, Abdul Rahim Khane Khana, Mullah Do Pyaza, Abul Fazil, Raja Man Singh, Raja Todal Mal, Fakir Azazuddin, X and Y. What is this the list of and who are X and Y?
If I just guessed what is this
Yeah,
list
yeah,
of,
yeah.
then
Yes,
I'll get
yes.
partial marking or what?
You will
Uh,
get partial points, don't worry.
is
You
this
will get,
gets the poets or writers?
no.
No.
Any
Okay, so
guess
I'm
for X
not.
and Y? No idea. Okay,
No idea.
passes to Aryan. Looking very serious. Aryan, relax a bit.
These are 9 gems of Akbar's court.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct, perfect. Who are X and Y? You cracked the funda. X and Y आ ही जाएगा.
Raja
One of
Man.
them I know that is Tansen, but why I don't know. Why?
Okay, you get majority points. You get 7 points. Anirudh, guess for the other person. एक
But
तो
I
चलो
will
इसने.
try for why also.
Okay, take a guess.
Is it Birbal?
Yeah,
Exactly, correct, perfect.
exactly.
You get 10 points now. किसी और ने बोला नहीं, अच्छा है. बीरबल एंड तानसेन आर द मिसिंग नेम्स. सो इफ यू वुड हैव काउंटेड कपिल, 9 लोग थे इसमें. राजा बीरबल, मियां तानसेन, अकबर के नवरत्न. आई गेस
Ra-
आर्यन को defeat करना बहुत मुश्किल हो चुका है अब. काफी आगे जा चुका है लीड में. बट स्टिल एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम अनिरुद्ध. अनिरुद्ध, buckle up. Your question comes. Who? Well, if asked India's first women Olympics, every one of us would say PT Usha, which would be way off mark. A certain Nora Margaret Pauli was India's first woman Olympian, where she represented India in the sport of X during the 1924 Paris Olympics. Coincidentally, it was also the first time India was debuting in that sport. Since our debut in almost 100 years, we have been able to win only one bronze medal in this sport. Identify this sport. सिर्फ एक ब्रोंज जीता है ओलंपिक्स में एंड फर्स्ट फीमेल वाज डेब्यूड इन दिस स्पोर्ट. अनिरुद्ध,
Uh, uh,
इट्स डू और डाई फॉर यू.
like Olympic में गेम है एक फर्स्ट मिनट पे debuted in the sport since like she's the woman she picked the sport like first
You need
time.
to take only one guess.
Okay.
The last point is a big hint. We have been able to win only one bronze medal.
Rafting, swimming, like
You get only one guess, so
swimming.
I'll pass it now. Not swimming. Shivam,
I don't have actual answer to guess. I will say shooting.
not shooting, but good that you took a guess, eliminated some options for others. Kapil, your question. Your question now. Take a guess. वो स्पोर्ट्स एलिमिनेट हो गए. स्विमिंग तो यार दुनिया इतनी लिबरल नहीं थी,
Uh,
स्विमिंग करने देती 1924 में. कपिल, कपिल फ्रीज हो गया क्या?
लग तो रहा है.
हाँ, आई गेस कपिल फ्रीज हो चुका है. Just ask him. We'll wait a few seconds. Otherwise, we'll skip this question. It takes too much time. Okay, Adan, would you like to take a guess? Till the time Kapil comes, you have to go ahead.
It may be badminton or tennis, but in badminton, I think PV Sindhu got silver medal. So I will go with tennis.
Is tennis your final answer? You don't get to change. Give me one answer.
Yeah, tennis is my final answer.
Tennis is the right answer. Mahesh Bhupati, Leander Pace. So many players have played tennis.
Gautam,
In
let's
fact,
pause it for a second.
okay,
Let
I'll
Gautam join.
pause the quiz.
Hello.
Kapil, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay,
Yes,
no
sorry
worries.
about the
Okay.
issue.
So I think I'll just skip this question for now since it got interrupted. It doesn't change the uh, situation of the game.
अरे यार
I
wait,
guess no one
I
has any objections.
wait. Yeah, sure.
Question for Anirudh. Last
Yeah.
question. Rather than answer rather. So question for Anirudh. During the First World War, British intelligence was concerned that Indian soldiers were fighting in France and their letters sent home could result in insurrection by Germans. Also, the Ghadar movement in America was very popular and it was a matter of concern for the British. So they enlisted this English personality to write a form of fictional correspondence sent by Indian soldiers. He was given real letters sent home by Indian soldiers and asked to write his own version in order to spread propaganda in the United States. Who was this person appointed by the English? He is a household name.
Is there like he's like British.
He is a British person. British intelligence appointed him and posted him in India and France and countries like where the war was happening. He would rewrite letters and spread them as propaganda. That's the main question. The other parts are just context.
Any hint? Yeah.
Think British personalities from the early 19th century, early 20th century, my bad, like 1920s, 1930s, 1910s.
So many. I don't know. I would like to pass it.
Okay, pass it to Shivam.
Pass.
Kapil,
Pass.
Aryan, no guess. Aryan, I'll give a hint after that and reduce it to for 5 points then. Aryan, no guess.
No, I will pass it.
Okay, so we popularly know him for writing the book Jungle Book. Very evident now. Passes to Anirudh. It's a 5 pointer.
जंगल बुक अरे जंगल बुक का डायरेक्टर हुआ है ना क्या क्या किस तरीके से वो रिटायर्ड की प्लिंग ने लिखी थी ना जंगल बुक तो
Yeah, Rudyard Kipling is the right answer. Who would have guessed that he wrote propaganda letters for the British and that was sent for United States, not in India actually. So Rudyard Kipling was the answer. Actually, it was very earlier in his career when he was appointed. One of the last questions now. So, question for Shivam. This company commissioned the following product designed by Salvador Dali. As payment in exchange for his services to a certain Maharaja, Dali requested a baby elephant as his fees, not money. He requested a baby elephant. The Maharaja became perplexed and agreed that soon Dali would get his own elephant via Spain. Who was the client of Dali for whom Dali made this particular design? Now, the elephant was sent via the Maharaja, but this product was made for a particular company. Don't think of a Maharaja. The client is a company. I'm looking for that company. Look at the design of the product, what it is, what is its purpose, what is it used for, and then give me the answer. Only 300 or 400 of such items were made.
Whose turn it is? किसका चांस है?
Shivam.
शिवम का.
After then it's yours. Then Arvind. Fresh question for Shivam.
Pass.
Kapil, your turn.
Colgate.
Not Colgate. Decent guess, but not Colgate. A little off track. Then take a go at the question.
I need to name the company.
You need to name the company. Who was Dali's client? This company.
Johnson and Johnson.
Not Johnson and Johnson. Anirudh.
like the elephant is on the symbol of like spoon served in Air India flights.
Okay, I'll give you full points, man. Great.
Like Papa just
I
like
was looking for Air India, and these are actually ashtrays.
Yeah, so in the the
Ali
summer,
designed 300 ashtrays for Air India, which actually Tata requested him that time.
uh,
So
like
these were the ashtrays.
business
So
class. Okay, there.
great answer for 10 points. Actually, this was a deciding 10 points for you.
Like कॉपी भी थे आई थिंक काफी कॉपीज भी बनाई गई थी बाद में चमचों उनकी जो
हाँ
स्पून्स एयर इंडिया पे उनके ऊपर प्रिंटेड आता है ये
हाँ हाँ.
साइट में जो स्पून्स
So
होती
this results in the end of our quiz night. It's been an hour and 10 minutes, 70 minutes. I guess you all had fun. Are you ready for the results? Sai, would you like to say anything? You have been very helpful behind the screen, maintaining everything, tech support.
Yeah, I was actually checking the polls. First, everyone was voting for Shivam Kushwaha, and then
Okay.
Shivam and Anirudh got tiebreak. Aryan was actually always last in the polls.
Oh wow. You started a poll, yeah.
Yes, from the
Nice,
starting.
nice.
Right
Okay.
now, Shivam
I
is leading. According to public, Shivam should win. Then second should be Anirudh. Third,
Shivam ke cha
sorry. Second should be Kapil, and third should be Anirudh, and fourth is Aryan. That's your surprise.
Shivam के चाहने वाले बहुत हैं.
है
But sadly, Shivam, okay, since it's the end of the quiz, I'll reveal the points now. Shivam gets 20 points. He asked one 10 pointer and two 5 pointers. And sadly, the fourth in the finals. Kapil, on the other hand, gets 40 points. And now we head to the top two. Actually, because of the last answer, Anirudh and Aryan got tied. अगर अनिरुद्ध वो क्या बोलते हैं हिंट देने के बाद देता तो ही वुड हैव गॉट 5 पॉइंट्स बट उसकी वजह से
घर
since he
खत्म है
got it at the first go he gets 10 points and they both are tied at 70 points. So they both gave around 7 to 8 answers correctly. Other in fact gave 7 straight answers. So a big round of applause for those two. Since we are prepared for this situation, we have a great tiebreaker. For the first and the second position, we'll go for the tiebreaker round. So before we go ahead, I'll explain you the rule. You both get to pounce on the question. It's a rapid fire. Read it quickly, answer it quickly. You only get one chance to answer. Don't get wrong. Think carefully. Take your time. Read it quickly. Think of all the possible answers and then take your go. Are you ready?
yeah
Uh, Give me a yes, Aryan. Turn on your mic.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So I won't read the question. It's on your screen now. Take a go.
and fire season is
You only get one guess. Be careful. It's a tricky question, I must say. It's a tricky question. I would like the audience and the people who are watching to take a guess as well.
National Museum is very much significance of guns. Uh,
It's a pistol.
Revolver. Like the soldiers who died during invasion in the war, like when Pakistan and their like weapons were left behind after that, and that this is the revolver used by Pakistan.
Niazi
Great
weapon.
answer. Great answer. It's General Niazi's surrender weapon in 1971.
Uh, yes.
And Aryan wins the quiz. Everyone's
Done.
first guess would be that it was the gun that killed Gandhi or something like that. But since it's a Pakistani gun, that narrows it down. So in 1971, this is our captain to whom Niazi surrendered the revolver in 71. So Aryan is the winner. Anirudh comes second. Kapil third. So congrats to all of you. It's been a fun night. I hope you all liked it. Any feedback? Anything? I would like to go with Aden first. Anything you would like to say?
Congratulations to the winners from my side also. That's been great night.
Well, I want to ask who made these questions. They were a bit tricky.
I personally made a lot of
To be
these
pretty
questions,
accurate,
especially for the
first Gautam
finals,
Gupta made all these questions.
and I had to write them myself. It was a
भाई
tedious task, but I learned a lot.
भाई गौतम के क्वेश्चंस भाई हिंदू गॉड्स नहीं होंगे.
These are great questions. Like,
That's all in fun and games. But
I want to
final,
give a round of applause for the question setters.
yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely.
thank
That's
you,
great.
thank you.
बढ़िया था भाई.
these are
I
really
hope
good.
the hard work was not in vain. It you all enjoyed it genuinely.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the time. We
Like a few questions could be googled directly, but a few could not because they had a very particular funda. Like that question about Miss India, Frida. That
yeah,
question I particularly handpicked from a Twitter thread, and that question about India's second Independence Day. That was my favorite question of the game by far. You guessed it correctly in the first go, so you stood the test, but clearly you passed. And anything anyone else would like to say so that we can conclude?
yeah. The questions are really good. Like I really enjoyed it. Like they got some tricky part, but still they are good.
But still, they were pretty deducible, right? Nothing was very off the charts. Like no name was something you couldn't have guessed or you wouldn't have heard.
Yeah, clues are right inside them, but
Yeah, yeah. So that's evident from the fact that none of the questions, despite one or two, were skipped. Everything was answered by you all.
yeah,
So I guess that concludes. Soon you will get your certificates from uh, our teachers. Anything else, Sai? Or should we end?
Yep, I think we should end. It's been great.
Wait for the last thank you slide. अलविदा मिलते हैं जल्दी.
uh,
Yeah, nice.
This is me and Sai. Guess who is who? Good night.
All
Good
right.
night. All
good
right.
night.
Bye bye.
Bye.
स्ट्रीम बंद कर दिया.